All right, we are live.
Awesome. Good morning, Tucson. Jermaine here. I am the host of the show you're on right now, Enterprise Tucson podcast. And I'm doing a little series called A Positive Word. And the goal is for me to take all the amazing people in Tucson who have amazing thoughts and to take that information and just share it with you. So our first one is going to be with Andres Ruiz. And our word for today is believe. So Andres, take it away.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Yeah, so thank you for having me on. And yeah, believe is something that I obviously believe in because that is what, and I'll just share a quick story with you about how believe came to life for me. It all started with motivational audio with Les Brown. He inspired me to believe in myself because I did not believe in myself at the time when I was struggling with like drugs, alcohol, feeling like I was not worthy because I only had a high school diploma. So I didn't believe in myself because I was comparing myself to family, friends that were lawyers, doctors, surgeons, and I only had a diploma. But when I heard Les Brown talk about how he only had a high school diploma, I told myself, it's possible that I could be giving $1,000 speeches, $50,000 speeches like he does. And when I started believing in myself, it was through somebody else. Somebody else believed in me and saw something in me that I did not see for myself. And I truly believe that that is the best way to believe in yourself. Somebody seeing something in you that you never saw. When I was growing up, nobody ever really told me, hey, you have something great within you. You have greatness within you. And then I would have people like Norley, uh, Les Brown, Tony Robbins, people that would tell me, you have something about you, that's something special. You have this energy that you bring that is amazing. And I said, really, you see that in me? And now that they saw that in me, I see that in other people. And when I tell people this, they tell me, wow, thanks so much, man. Nobody's ever told me that. I remember one time I had a client and I told them, you have enthusiasm. You're so amazing, man. Like your energy is incredible. And he says, wow, man, thank you so much. Nobody's ever told me that. He even got really emotional. And we're talking about somebody that's in their 30s and nobody had ever told them, hey, man, like you have something great within you. And I described exactly what he had, like this charisma, this energy. And when we have people tell us that, that's when little bit of belief starts to happen. And then as you're going on with your life, you start to listen to audios, go to workshops, seminars, hang around people who believe in you and who are doing the same thing that you're doing, which helps you believe in yourself even more. So I think that what helped me also was the surroundings, though the people that I was around, like when I was around you, man, we still talk every now and then, but I think that helped me out a lot, especially during the podcast. It was an amazing experience that helped me believe in myself even more because at that time I felt like I was not really as confident, but I think that the the podcast gave me the confidence and it also gave me the competence in speaking better, also coaching. And so when you put competence and confidence together, that's when belief starts to happen because not only are you confident in yourself, but you're also confident in your abilities. So when you're confident in your abilities and you have the competence, you know what you're talking about, that's when transformation starts to happen. And that's when belief starts to happen. And you start building up momentum. That momentum turns into excitement. And if you keep that momentum going and you continue to make progress, it equals happiness, like Tony Robbins says. So having that belief in yourself is what can take you from having anxiety, depression, to saying, hey, you know what? I believe in myself. How can I help other people? So now that you believe in yourself, you can share this gift of belief with other people. And that's what I do with my clients. I help them believe in themselves and see something in themselves that they had never seen before. And it's because I, at one point, knew that I was at one point in my life in that situation. So I told myself, I see that in them. I see something special. They don't see it because of the past experiences that they've had, people telling them that they were not worthy, people telling them that they were a loser, or that they have to get their stuff together. And that's what happens in life too. We still continue to live in the past of the past criticism, the past people that we're around, the past limitations. And if you continue to live your life in the past, there's no way that you can create a brighter future. But if you start to create a vision of seeing yourself in the future with what you desire, you are no longer living in the past. And now the past is starting to turn into the future. But that's why we have to be very aware of that past. And if we continue to live in that past, then we are going to continue to suffer in the past, thinking that we're not worthy, that we're not good enough. We got rejected one time, we failed at one point. We want to stay in our comfort zone because we don't want to leave those people behind, and we stay stuck. And so we have to be very aware of what thoughts we're thinking, because for the most part, our thoughts are in the past, and 90 to 95% of our thoughts are in the past. It could even be 10 seconds ago. You're thinking like, damn, I can't believe that just happened to me. I can't believe what happened to my toilet, or I can't believe what happened to my kid, or whatever it is. You start thinking, damn, you're thinking in the past. So if you're thinking in the past 90 to 95% of your thoughts, which we think 50 to 70,000 thoughts per day, then there is no way you can create a brighter future. And we live in the past all the time. I live in the past for the most part, but I'm always thinking about the future as well. So I work on that every single day. And if we don't watch our thoughts, they can create our personality. And that personality, which will create our personal reality, which will be the people that we're around, maybe people that don't believe in us, people that are negative, or maybe just thinking that we're not good enough. So pretty much I went on a big old tangent right there, John Madden style. And that's pretty much what belief is. Come on, guys. I'm trying to do a little John Madden here, but I went in a
No,
big.
I do want to tie into some things. So you did talk about a lot of different things. So let's talk about the confidence, and let's talk about finding people who can help believe in you and instill in you that confidence. What is something that people can do to go out and find those people who can actually give them that advice or give them that encouragement that is rare in our society?
Yeah, so I'll share my personal experience, what I did, and it was I put myself out there through networking events. I started doing door-to-door sales, and then I connected with people who wanted to make more money. That was a terrible experience. Well, not a terrible experience, a good experience, but man, I got chased by a Chihuahua. People were being rude to me, but it gave me more confidence to say, hey, you know what? I didn't die. Another thing is follow your passion. I started doing stand-up comedy, and it was interesting. It was an interesting crowd, and it gave me more confidence. I did meet some great people there that instilled some confidence in me. I also did Amway. I was in an MLM, and they were a lot of amazing people, positive people. I was selling toothpaste. I was selling vitamins. I was selling a lot of stuff like bleach, organic bleach, and stuff like that. So I was doing a lot of that stuff, but that was giving me confidence to be in front of people and saying, hey, this is what I have to offer. I would be sweating sometimes, being really nervous, but I did it anyways. And the more that you do it, the more confident that you become. And the people that were around me during that time, there was like about 150 people who were just positive. They were on the same mission, which was to make more money, be more positive, and bring more happiness to their lives. Another thing that I did was I did Toastmasters. Those people were really positive people, and they inspired me to believe in myself, because I know that at times I would be giving speeches and they were terrible, and they would tell me, wow, I really like what you did here, and there. The only suggestion I have was maybe we could constructive feedback. Maybe you could do this, but overall, I think you did a great job. So it was kind of like they call like a shit sandwich, where they tell you like, oh, you did so great, this and that, and then they give you a little bit of the poop in the middle, and then they give you the rest of the sandwich, which is great. And that's something that especially Karen, who was in Toastmasters, she's an amazing woman who always said the right things and made me feel really good about myself and what she would tell me. And she would tell me so many kind things. And honestly, because of people like her, Fred, I can tell you a lot of people, Fred, Takesha, man, I can go on, but they helped me believe in myself when I didn't believe in myself. And I also would recommend going to networking events, meeting a lot of me. I mean, you do a lot of networking. You connect with a lot of people. A lot of people know you, and these people, they can then become opportunities for you to start doing some great things. I've had a lot of connections like on Facebook groups that have led to clients, contracts, even speaking to other schools. I mean, I've been really blessed, man, to just network. So networking, and you talk about this all the time, networking is so huge. I had no idea how big of an ROI it had until a few years after I did all this networking, because the more networking we do, the more people that we connect with, the more people that say, hey, you know what? I know a guy. I know Andres. Reach out to him. Yeah, then they connect you. They give you referrals. I just had 3 referrals this weekend that I didn't even do any of the work. I just networked with people and they said, hey, you got to meet this guy. And I already set up a few sessions, possible contracts with some organizations. And it was through just connection, man. Connecting with people who bring you up. And then if you have people around you who are negative, who are energy vampires, be very aware of that, because those people, it only takes one person to ruin your whole life. It's like Les Brown said, you could have a spoiled apple around all these apples and they could spoil the whole batch. So one negative person can ruin your whole life. Be very aware of your surroundings, the people you're around. I'm not saying to leave people, set a boundary and tell them, hey, when you talk to me this way, this is how you make me feel. And if they don't respect that, then you know what? Maybe it's somebody you have to consider, maybe just getting them out of your life, or at least not hanging out with them so much. I've set a lot of boundaries in my life. I don't hang out with a lot of people that I used to hang out with. I am very mindful of my time. And I learned this from my mentor, Enrique Feldman. He said, I'm very cautious, like not cautious, but he says that he uses his time very wisely and he's very mindful of who he spends his time with. And he makes sure that, if these people have negative energy, hey, maybe they will hang out with them, but not as much. Those are a few things that I would recommend. And listening to audios, man. Audios, honestly, they changed my life. The audios, they helped me believe in myself when nobody else believed in me. So listening to audios every single day. This morning, I was doing yoga and I was listening to a 15-minute audio by Joe Dispenza. Uh, Morning rituals, man. I could go on all day. And the morning rituals that I have, honestly, they saved my life because I take care of myself. The first 2 hours of my day, I take care. It's self-care, no matter what. Always self-care. And even today, I didn't feel like it. I normally wake up at 3. Today, I woke up at 5. I said, man, do it. Just do it. And so I just did it. You just got to do it.
So 3 things that I've pulled from what you're saying is, you want to believe in yourself, sort of get that confidence. One of those things is finding people who can encourage you. Another thing with people is getting rid of people who discourage you and people who drain energy from you. Another thing you do is take action, because you didn't say action, but in everything that you were talking about, it was action. It was actually going out and doing things and sweating and getting chased by dogs that gave you the confidence to hit up the next door or make the next phone call, or start that idea, share that idea, start a podcast, do whatever the thing that is that you want to do. Action. So get the right people around you, get the wrong people from around you, and take action. Is that fair?
Yeah, absolutely. Take action, because if you just sit there waiting for things to happen, it will never happen. It's like that law of attraction. I believe in it, but at the same time, I think that maybe it wasn't put out there the right way, because I've heard people say, oh, I asked for this I wanted this desk and I went to a Target and I found it for the right price. And I know it was the law of attraction. Yeah, maybe, yeah, you did, because you actually went to Target. Cool.
Right.
But
you had to go to Target, you had to look, you have to have the money in your bank account to afford it.
exactly. But then if you want to go for your dream, that's very different. That's not going to be, you're not going to say, oh, I'm going to make $1 million tomorrow. And people are not going to go, hey, we got $1 million. We heard you. No, you have to go out there and do it. So I think that action is crucial. For me, it's helped me eliminate a lot of fears. It's helped me eliminate a lot of anxiety. And I think that now that I am just taking massive action, I feel more confident. And now people start to see you in a different way. They're like, whoa, he's really doing the work. He's not just talking about it. Because for a while, a long time ago, I was just talking about it. But Now, when you start doing it and people start seeing you doing it, they're like, okay, well, what do you do? What are you doing that is different from everybody else? So I really truly believe that we got to take action. If you don't take action, nobody will help you do it. Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to bring you the house that you desire. Nobody's going to bring you your dream. Nobody's going to do it for you. I had to learn the hard way. At one point, I was thinking, why isn't anybody doing it for me? Well, because you're a grown ass man and you got to start doing things for yourself now. Nobody's going to do it for you. And I had to man up and I had to say, damn, I got to do it. And it was not easy, man. Sometimes we're still in our 20s and we're still that kid, we're still that scared child, and we have to heal that child. A great friend of mine, Raul, he has this book called heal the heal the boy and the man will show up. I think I might have not said it right, but heal the boy and the man will show up, will appear, something like that. But it's so true. We have to heal this little boy or girl that we have within us that has still not been healed, that is still dependent on the love of others, that is still dependent on somebody else giving us money, that is still dependent on somebody else, an outside source, when in reality, the real source is within. So you have to really dive within and get out all that negativity out of your life and now step into your greatness. So yeah, do the deep work. I've been doing a lot of deep work. To this day, I'm still doing it, man.
Awesome. So thank you so much. Before we go, tell the people what you do and how they can find you.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, you guys can find me on Facebook, Andres Ruiz. You can also go to IbelieveInMyself.org. You can also send me an email at IbelieveInMyselfCoaching@gmail.com if you would like to have a session and get a strategy for that big vision that you desire, eliminate that fear that is stopping you from taking action and step into your greatness. Let me know, and I'd be happy to help you with that. And you can also check me out on Instagram. I believe myself coaching. Really don't do much there, but I would just recommend just send me a message on Facebook.
All right, awesome. Thanks so much, Andres. The word for today was believe. That was a positive word. If you want to be on this episode and sort of give a positive word, just send me a message. And other than that, stay safe and have a great, fantastic week. Thanks a lot, Andres.
Peace. Thanks, man.